If you check your rank tracker right now and you see that you're ranking #1 for your target keyword, you probably think that you are winning. But if you ask ChatGPT or Google AI overviews for a recommendation in your category, your brand may not be found. Like when you search for best time tracking apps, if you expand the AI overview, your brand is not mentioned or recommended here. But when you scroll down to the rank pages, your brand is right at the top. You even mention your own brand as the best solution. And if you go to ChatGPT and prompt best time tracking apps, you see that your brand is completely invisible to AI search. So the brand's commercial keyword page is ranking at the top. That page was cited by AI, but when it comes to brand mentions and AI answers, they are completely invisible. So today we will do an AI visibility audit on the same time tracking app called My Hours. Take note that we are not here to criticize or discredit the brand, but to use this as a practical learning exercise so that we can uncover valuable insights to apply to our own brand. So let's go. So AI invisibility is a structural problem. It is not something that you can quickly fix. There are 3 phases to it. The first phase is if your brand is completely new. The second phase is when your Google Search Console shows branded search terms. Like for Rank Math, we are getting search impressions and clicks on branded search queries like Rank Math, schema markup, etc. And the final phase is when your brand is established in a specific niche or industry and your brand is consistently getting mentioned as the best option or the best recommended product in the category. So if you didn't implement the right strategies in the first phase and you try to implement stuff from phase 3, your brand will not get any AI visibility. We have shared the entire framework with all the right strategies in the video popping up right now. So if you're interested to know, do check it out. But what we are covering today are the exact steps to diagnose your AI visibility gap and a complete actionable playbook to force AI to understand and recommend your brand. So if you don't track how AI is talking about your brand, it is hard to know where to grow. We recommend using Rank Math's AI visibility to track how AI is mentioning and citing your brand. Start by opening up the AI visibility tool, click on Add Brand or Product, add the brand name, the product URL, and describe the brand. If it is a local brand, you can select the country and let the tool know how frequently you wish to track the AI responses. Select the platform and click Add. I've already added this brand right here, so let's check out its results. As you can see, they are completely invisible in AI answers. They have 0 mentions and citations, and let's check out what's happening. Let's click on View. From here, as we have mentioned, the brand is completely invisible, but its top competitor is Hovers, which is another popular time tracking app. Seeing this, we know that we are on the right track. Now, all these data here are based on prompts found in the Queries tab. As you can see, these are natural language prompts that will trigger brand mentions. And if you don't think any of these baseline queries align with your brand, you can always regenerate the queries. And if you want to know what the AI model have responded on these prompts, you can click on Raw Data Transcripts and you can find the exact responses. As you can see, competitor brands have been mentioned, but not the brand in question. The same goes for other prompts. And that's how the tool surfaces its true competitors of the brand in AI searches in the Competitors tab. Now, the brand is not mentioned on any answers. So when you click on the Analysis and Transcript tab and view Run Detail, you will not see any sentiment score. But if the brand is mentioned, such as this brand, you can click on View Run Detail and it will tell you how the AI is talking about your brand. Is the brand mentioned positive, negative, or neutral? Click on View Transcripts and this is the exact response from the AI. And these are the extracted signals from the AI response. If the sentiment is neutral or negative for a particular prompt, you know that your brand is weaker in that area and you can work on it. In this case, Metricool is not doing so well in the narrative of comparing social media performances across platforms so the brand can work on that narrative. So it is important to know where your brand stands in terms of brand mentions and the narrative from AI answers. And if you want to find out more about the AI visibility tool, you can check out this video right here or visit this page to learn more about it. I'm pretty sure it will be useful for your brand. And once you get that direction, you can start to work on it. Now, this is one of the strategies in phase 2, which is to create in-depth and genuine comparison pages between your brand and your competitors. One of the reasons why the brand in question is not doing so well in AI answers is because of this. If we go to the brand's website, at the end of the URL, add a slash and sitemap.xml, and these are all the pages the website has. There are many. If we hold Ctrl or Command F to search, and we search for VS or Versus, we can see that the brand has made some comparison pages, particularly its competitor ClickTime, Deltag, and Clockify. The rest are info pages. Now, we saw ClickTime or Clockify in our AI Visibility Competitors tab, but Deltag is not even a competitor in the AI searches, and the effort of creating the Deltag comparison page could have been directed to a comparison page with one of its top competitors in AI search. The brand should also create comparison pages with all these competitors. What the brand did right was its comparison page. For example, the comparison with Clockify, let's visit it. As you can see, immediately it shows that the page has been updated recently and it has a table of contents. Following that, a clear table of comparisons between its features and in-depth analysis and breakdown of each important feature. This is a well-written comparison page. And if we go to Google and search my hours versus Clockify, we can see that the analysis from AI overviews, that page is actually cited by AI, and we scroll down further, we can see that the page is actually ranking at the top. Also, check out ChatGPT. We search for my hours versus Clockify. Let's wait for the answer and then expand its sources. We can see that the same page has been cited and used by ChatGPT. So it seems like they are doing something right, but AI still ignores them. That's because one or two comparison pages are not enough to shape the narrative of AI answers. You need comparison pages on all your true AI competitors, and AI visibility tells you who those competitors are. Now, you would think that focusing on top-level commercial pages, like for RankMath's case, it will be best WordPress SEO plugins, best WooCommerce SEO plugins. You think that creating those pages actually help with AI answers, but that is not exactly the case. Check this out. In the brand's XML sitemap, we can see that they wrote many best of articles like best time tracking software for contractors, best time tracking software for small businesses. Let's visit one of those pages. Let's scroll down a little. You see, the brand has injected themselves as the top recommended. I'm not saying that you shouldn't create these commercial pages. Of course you should, but the attention should not be focused on the top level commercial pages. You should focus more on feature pages. But before we talk about that, let me just highlight one thing. Check out this top level commercial page. If you go through the entire page, you will see that the brands mentioned on this page have a link, and they are links to external pages. If you go through the entire page, you will realize that there is not one internal link. I think it would help if each of these brands have internal links to a comparison page between its own brand and the competitor. And if you need help with internal link recommendations, you can rely on our AI Link Genius module. Just visit any pages, for example this page, and then click on the Rank Maths tab. Scroll down and expand this Link Opportunities tab. If you have not used AI to identify any internal link opportunities, you should see a Generate button there. But for us, let me hit refresh, give it a while, and you will have some internal link suggestions that will help with your overall SEO of this page. Click on this and the link will be added to the page. Anyway, let's talk about the feature pages. Let's first check out this website. You see, the brand only has one feature page, and as you go through it, you can see that it doesn't really explain much on what it does, how it helps its users, etc. But if you check out its competitor website, hover over its Features tab, and focus on this part as I mouse over the features, you can see that each feature has its own dedicated page. And if we visit one of the pages, let's go through it. We can see how the app works, the benefits of using the app, and if we scroll down further, we can see other related features that could be beneficial. You see the difference, right? Instead of briefly explaining all the features on one page, you should create dedicated pages for each of your feature and go in depth into explaining it. Anyway, what brand feature pages should this brand be adding? It should be creating feature pages like brand plus automated time tracking, brand plus AI time tracking, brand plus background time tracker, brand plus billable hour tracker, brand plus invoicing integration, etc. So how do I come up with all these feature keywords? Simply ask ChatGPT or Google AI mode. I'll start with what are the expected features a time tracking app should have, and they will provide you with all the expected features. And then I will follow up with, if a time tracking app were to create feature pages, what keywords should they target? Like brand plus feature, I want to know what feature pages should the brand create. And you will get a whole list of expected feature pages a brand in that category should create. And it actually depends on the features that your company provides. So when you build these in-depth feature pages, you make it easy for AI search engines to find and connect your brand with those specific capabilities. So the next time someone asks ChatGPT, what is the best time tracking app that has automated invoicing, the AI will reference your feature page to source for information it needs. And that reinforces the likelihood of your brand mention. Now that your own website is optimized, you need to fix how the rest of the web talks about you. AI platforms do not just read your website, they read what other websites say about you, specifically from forums like Reddit, Quora, and other industry forums. For phase 1 brands, you are starting from scratch, so you need to find chatters on Reddit, Quora, or other industry forums about the stuff related to your brand. So you can go to Google, search a feature that you are targeting, such as time tracking software, and then in URL, forum, thread. And you will find forums that talks about the feature, and in those forums, I'm sure there are brand mentions. And here, these are the brand mentions, and there are people participating in the discussion. Check out when was the last comment. Is this discussion recent? There is no point in participating in old chatters, so find recent ones. Now, the second thing you can do is to use Google AI mode or ChatGPT to find those cited forums for you, such as asking Google, what is the best time tracking software? Expand the answer and check out the cited pages. If there are forum pages cited, you can check it out and participate in those conversations. You can also check out the cited pages and see if your brand is mentioned as a solution. If it is not, you may want to reach out to the site owner to see if you can work things out with them to include your brand in the mix. On top of that, you can visit Google again and search your competitor brand, forum, or thread, or discussion, minus your brand, minus cite your competitor URL. This will help you find pages that are forum, thread, or discussions that talked about your competitor but didn't talk about your brand. You can visit those pages and find ways to include your brand in the conversation if it makes sense. But in this case, this is a Clockify guideline page. I don't think it works. It would be unnatural to talk about your brand in other people's branded guideline pages. So you need to find other pages like this that talks about the generic query. In this thread, it makes total sense to talk about your brand and how your brand can help this topic. Now, there is a lot more to commenting and building your brand on Reddit. So if you would like to learn more about that, you can check out this video that is popping up on the top right corner. Anyway, for phase 2 and phase 3 brands, your objective will be different. You are shaping the narrative of your brand. So you can go to Google and search your brand, bracket forum or thread, minus your site. And this will find forum pages that talk about your brand. Your objective will be to shape the negative or neutral narrative to a positive one. And to truly find negative sentiment around your brand, you can search your brand name and this word or this negative word or issue or broken or trouble and any other common negative words that you can think of, and you would remove this. And you will see all the pages that mention your brand with negative sentiment around it. And your goal is to shape the negative narrative by either fixing the fundamental issue with your product or chatting with those who commented and try to solve their problem. Now, website content should not only be the source of content for your brand. You see, over the past few years, people are consuming less and less text content. So you have to adjust your content strategy as well. So you need to do long form videos on YouTube teaching people how to use your product to solve problems. You would need short form videos for brand discovery, and you need to do influencer seeding to sponsor other influencers in your niche to talk about your brand. These are the things you should be doing in phase 1 of the AI discoverability framework. Of course, there are a lot more strategies to get AI mentions to winning the share of voice. If you need a structured way to grow your brand on AI search, do check out a video I've mentioned to find the right strategies to implement them at the right time. We dive a lot deeper into each strategy on our AI SEO course. If you're interested, we have left the link in the description. So if you find this video helpful, do give us a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions you would like to ask. Our channel is all about helping you grow your brand on both AI and SEO, so do subscribe if you haven't done so. This is Jack from RankMath. I'll see you in the next video.